Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Emerald Stair and Avowed. Avowed. There's Avowed wandering around. There's not an Evowed, there's an Avowed. There's Avowed. You see what I'm getting at here? It's not a great way to start the video. Hello! Right, what are we doing? Well, we are doing missions. Obviously, we're kind of just exploring the area. We've kind of covered the northern side of the west, so I'm going to poke my little beautiful face down this way. And then we are going to head towards the strangled Aedyr. That's down there. But we'll poke over here first and see if there's anything going on. And if no one wants to murder me, that would be nice. I'm trying to realise the difference. If you look on the top left now, you can see the green symbol. That means, you know, there's a piece of foliage. But there's different green symbols depending on what the foliage is. And I've never actually took the time to look at them and think, okay, that's what this one means, that's what this one means. So I think the circular one, and because it matches with this, means it's a throwable, right? So anytime we see that one, it's a throwable item. As you can see, there's another one over here. So I'm assuming that means food item, basically. And I believe there's a third, which I assume means crafting foliage. Now, I'm not really going to differentiate between the three, as in what I focus on and what I go to pick up and what I don't, so it doesn't really make any difference if I know or not, but I know it's good to know. Oh, just look at that water! Look at that water! Not only are the reflections beautiful, but the transparency, the colour underneath, it looks incredible. It looks realistic. Nothing else around. I mean, it kind of does. If you ignore the pot, the water is incredible. Look at that! Look at that! The game needs to rain and be wetter because it looks so good and it never really gets to show it off as much. I always feel like wetness is the source of aesthetics. I'm going to put that on my tombstone. Wetness is the source of aesthetics. It's true. It's undeniably true. I think back to the most impressive graphics I've ever seen, and it's always in wet environments because you get all the reflections. And yeah, as you can see, that's a third symbol if you look on the top left, and it's for the Hylia's Talon, and it's got this kind of branchy looking one, and that's a crafting one. So I think those are the three delineations, which is a term I'm not totally sure I'm using correctly, quite frankly. I think that's how you use the word delineation. There's been too many times lately where I've got a word in my vocabulary, and I keep throwing it out, and it's not until someone's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I've realised that I've been using it for just... Is there anything over here? In a completely daft way. Da, da, da. Let's keep clearing out the map. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's how we find weird little things. Little treasures. Little secret, and we get to look at the water. Oh, and we get to kill some things. Hello. Wait, I'm in the water. I'm in the water and I'm casting electric. Kill the priest. Kill the priest. Okay, one sec. There's arrows everywhere, so I think especially if you ever see ranged enemies. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're not dead yet. There we go. Cheeky little lighter. This sword... Did he just chuck a rock at me? This sword and shield guy has been chasing me for ages. I was like, well, I'm just going to ignore him for a little bit and focus on the range. And then he chucks something at my head and then leaps off the edge to come and murder me. Cheeky little mongoose. Hello, Spectre. Burn, baby, burn. That did a lot of damage. I wonder if... Oh, right, yeah, I forgot they did that. I wonder if Spectres are weak to fire. Because that was a hard hit. I think that's worth doing... There's a corpse here somewhere. It's worth doing at some point. It's kind of like studying which enemy types suffer more damage to which things, you know? Because there are definitely elemental weaknesses. It seems silly to not take advantage of those. Right, what are we doing? Throwable. Cheeky little caves. We cheeky? Oh, we're cheeky. Find one. Oh, hello, beautiful. How you living? You living large? Yeah, you are. Lovely jubbly. And we have a book. Oh, ooh, very interesting. Fine Grimoire of Storms. I'm exceptional these days. I say I want to do. I guess Blizzard does make sense. I'm trying to think about what I use. I mean, Crackling Bolt. I use Fireball quite a lot. I don't really use Bristling Fossil. I probably should. Increases damage reduction by 10%. Yeah. Returning Storm conjures a powerful thunderstorm that strikes the earth with lightning bolts. So it's like Blizzard basically, but for lightning. Meh. What I'm really looking for is a grimoire of super duper elements. You know, we've got greater elements, and now I want super duper elements. I want those next tier of variety of elemental spells. I quite like having all the different elements sort of available to me and being able to faff around with it like that. Alright, hello. Are you the... No, you're not. It's around here somewhere, though. I can't get up here. What have you got for me? There's tons of little places. It's not much of anything. It's just a little room with a little bit of stuff, but just lots of little things built into the world. I'd be so curious to know how many... I need to sneeze so badly. Bite it. Bite it.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Maybe they did. Sorry.
I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I. Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to trap someone inside.
Wait, they trapped a person inside? It's definitely not something you see. What am I looking at here?
It looks like this tree sprouted and grew so quickly that it trapped this poor soul within itself.
Oh no.
I wish I could say this was the strangest thing I'd seen this week.
You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
Does Vidaro know about this?
No, probably not. But I doubt Vidaro cares about anything that doesn't directly affect Fior proper. Stay out of the forests if you can help it.
Good luck out there.
I can't help it. It's where all the cool things happen. Where's the person? I don't see a person. Oh, there's a person. Are you okay that I stole his meat? He doesn't need his meat anymore. I need his meat. Okay, this suggests that there's a cave underneath here. Ooh, Talk of the Warrior King. Let's have a look. +2 might. It's not bad. It's totally fine. It's +2 might, bit of damage. Carry capacity, which, but, you know, bit of damage. But 20% coins. Yeah, I said when we got that, it's going to be very, very hard to let go of it. And that has proven to be the case continuously. I'm just going to knock out this little bit over here and then we'll come back. I'm feeling very fresh-faced, bushy-eared. Wait, no, what's the... what's it? Bushy-tailed... It's something... Fresh-faced... Is it fresh-faced, bushy-tailed, and ready to spend? I don't think that's quite the quote. What's the quote? Are you looking fresh-faced, bushy-tailed, and ready to spend? So we're going to really annoy me that I don't remember what this quote is. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, I probably sound like a lunatic right now. Bushy-eared? Bushy-tailed? I think it's bushy-tailed. This is my ADHD coming to play. It has to be clear. It has to be done. At least somewhat, anyway. It doesn't need to be 100%. Although, if I was playing on my own, it probably would be 100%. I'm not going to lie. But it's as much as I think the general populace can stomach with me doing. Right. Where is the actual... I guess this is the Strangled Aedyr then. Doesn't look like strangled Aedyr. It's just a tree. Where's the actual strangled Aedyr? It's up here. Oh. Now, last time there was a way to unstrangle the Aedyr. Ah, oh. Ah, yeah. Ah. Hello.
Something happened here. The end of an age. For centuries we stood tall. But the winds were violent. The infection weakened our roots. Day turns to night now. How do we survive when the tempest roils?
I'm not arrogant enough to think I can give the voice in my head advice. Stay firm, let your branches snap off. If you fall, they win.
Sacrifice for the whole. Harden. Face adversity to come.
Become Metapod.
We feel your resolve flow through us.
Bet you do. I'm curious about how this is going to play. Like, is this a thing that's going to play out in the rest of the game? Like, I've been giving advice and sort of like just attitude tips and philosophy on life advice to this voice throughout the entire game, because the voice is essentially, as we talked about earlier, kind of a child and need to learn about the world.
There. That's Thomas' old house.
I'm curious if it's
Wonder what
gonna.
he wanted me to find.
Oh right, this was Kai's mission. I wonder if it's gonna like play out somehow in the ending and stuff like that, or if later on the voice is gonna be, you know, very look at that, very resolute and angry because that's what I've raised. Like, it's my child. I need to be careful with the life lessons I impart. All right, we're leveled up anyway. Let's. I don't have any companion ones that I'm missing, do I? No. Okay, I haven't got one of these in ages. What do we want? Can I get that yet? No, level 13. I'm level 11. So 2 more levels, we're definitely going to get Harvest Essence. That's my priority. Survivalist is always an option. I think Armored Grace is an option as well. Because I do wear heavy or medium armor. So having more stamina is probably a good thing. I don't mind that one either. Destroying things to restore health and essence. But I feel like I should maybe get a spell. I don't want blood magic until I've got a way to restore. Like if I was using. Oh wait, why can I use Siphon? Well, I'm confused. Why can I get Parasitic Staff? I don't have a Grim... No, I don't get it. I'm confused by that. Do I want that? No, I don't care about that one. I mean, I like the idea of this one. Restore essence with every strike. Do I want Siphon or Staff? I don't know why I can pick up either. So, I want to grab them while I can, basically. That we've already got level 2. Oh, that increases damage reduction by to 15, man. Area of effect for Fireball, cast time for Blizzard, that's not bad either. Why can I pick this up? Oh, is it because I leveled up my Grimoire Mastery? Maybe. I don't know which is better. Channels a beam that eats away at enemy's soul, inflicting periodic poison accumulation and converting that energy into health for the caster. Okay, I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Interesting. Okay, I want to set that onto my bar. I wish I had more ability slots. So I've got my stuff. So does this replace my weapon? Yeah. which I'm assuming is bad for damage, but is good for regenerating essence mid-fight. Alright, cool. Let's have a look around then.
Place feels different without him.
Ooh.
He left something behind for me.
Ooh.
Help me
Ooh.
look around.
Must be this, right?
So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding?
The thing he wanted you to find. Looks like a carving of some kind.
Yeah.
Same one you're wearing,
Yeah,
Kai.
it is.
What is it? Are you okay?
Damn you, Tama. Damn you.
Listen, don't always have to talk, okay? It's weird for a YouTuber to say, I know, but sometimes silence is okay.
I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone
Treasured it.
all this time. I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago.
Not everyone has an easy time expressing themselves.
The man kept a journal of poetry. He never had a problem with words.
It's a lot easier to write things down than
And we
say
knew
them.
each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about.
Did you ever tell him how you felt? If he didn't believe that, he wouldn't have treasured your gift.
If he really did, he would have told me. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands.
You were vulnerable.
Vulnerable? Huh. That's not the word for it. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was.
What's that?
A coward. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need some time with this.
It's okay.
That's probably for the best. I haven't talked about this in a while, so thanks for listening. It means a lot. Especially since you seem to have your head on straight. A little fresh air will clear my head.
It's okay, buddy. Continue the adventure. So I'm assuming that means we just keep on playing the game, doing some things, and eventually Kai's gonna either want to talk about it or...
Tama painted that? I had no idea.
It's not easy to... Not easy to tell someone you love them. It's a lot easier to write down about it. There's a song I really like called... I'm not going to remember the name. It's one of my liked songs. It's by... I'm not going to remember that either. It's like a spoken poetry song, which isn't really my kind of thing usually. But I particularly like a handful of songs from this specific band. And one of the lines is just, it's a lot easier to say, I love you too, than to point blank say, I love you. And it's very, very true. The saying, I love you too, is so much easier to say than I love you. Because I love you puts you out there, essentially. It is a position of vulnerability. I have been the I love you too in the last... every relation. Wow, I've always been the I love you too. I don't think I've ever said it first. Shit, I didn't realize that. Huh. Might have to think about that. Might have to reflect on that a little bit. It's literally always been me saying it in response. Huh. Usually people say it too early as well, and I'm like, well, I want to say it, but I want to say it when it means a little bit more, you know? I think it's a big deal. I think it's a big deal to tell someone that. I think some people throw it around a little too easily.
Keep quiet.
You know, you only really, truly love a handful of people in your life. It should feel like a big deal. Right, let's try some things here. That first. Stop it. Ow. Stop. Ow! What did I just say? What did I just say? Okay. Now we're gonna cast our stuff, and we're gonna see how much essence we get. Oh, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not good when there's a bear just beating on me over and over again. So my health is getting ravaged. Absolutely ravaged. I'm gonna die. Don't even. Oh, I was shocked. That's why. I also can't cast spells from my. Oh, of course I can't. I can't cast grimoire spells though while I'm using the stuff. Pew 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 pew. It's not something I'm going to use all the time, but if it's like a long boss fight, I think. Oh my god, leave me alone! This bear. Jeez Louise. If it's like a long boss fight, the ability to get a bunch of essence back is going to be really useful. Is it? I need to think about this one. I'm not totally convinced yet. Part of me wishes I'd gone for parasitic and then taken blood magic, because that would do essentially the same thing. Yeah. Not totally sure how I feel about that. We'll think about that one. We will ruminate. We can always respec. Okay, where are we going? Am I going to end up... Yeah, okay. Well, let's go through. Weird. Let's go through and see what happens.
Part of me loves seeing nature reclaim these ruins. Another part thinks nature needs to calm itself.
Is this not... Let me just check here. No. I'm just aware there's a DELEMGAN quest out there that I'm meant to be not killing all of them, you know? So I just want to make sure I don't miss that opportunity when it happens. Aw, I was hoping for a kill. Got some damage though. It's gonna be a hard fight this, I can see it already. Bloody hell. Hard is hard. Who'd have thunk it? I can play better though. I need to wake up. Come on guys, we got this. I can probably take out the first one sneaky mode.
Leave something alone long enough, the living lands will take it back.
DELEMGAN Tempest, level 3. I think, like I said, that just means it's a 3-tier enemy. I think that means it's a hard enemy, but it's not necessarily one I need to avoid for being above my level, per se. Look how little damage that did. Kill the Tempest, nice and early. Killed. Oh no, what the hell? What? He's just got all its health back. Stop healing! Are you kidding me? Yeah, heal from that nerd. God damn. Ow. Bloody Eora.
You're not looking good.
I'm okay. I'm poisoned, but I'm out of combat, which means I can heal. Because I'm on the verge of death. Mad fight. So nearly went down there. Yeah, I don't know about this stuff. Already I'm thinking, if it was like free floating, you know, if it was floating around near me, I think for a battle mage it just, I don't know. I think the fights, I think I'd rather get my essence back in other ways, let's put it that way. And I think focusing more on the strength, because it's just taking away from my sword for 30 seconds where I just have to bash on people. Feels quite bad. Hey guys. Alright, I'm not going to take that because that would feel mean. Like, I feel like I'd really annoy them if they're all sitting there praising the thing. Taking that cannot possibly be a good idea. Let's leave that alone. Yeah, I'm not sure about the stuff. I'm probably going to drop it. Well, we shall see.
The trail goes through the ravine and into the glade. Careful where you step.
Try it. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Is that another? Yeah, that's the reliquary. To Alphonse, Feast Journal. I found it at last. The reliquary of Saint Vidvan has made its way to Nakuterek, a ruin in the Living Lands. Chartering a ship will cost me everything, but it's a small price to pay to kill a god. The voyage was hard. Fever gripped the crew, and I spent days vomiting into my bed of... Don't vomit into your bed. I dreamed of my family, our life in the deadfire, cut short by Eora the betrayer. I must remind myself they are dead. That vengeance sustains me. One loses track of time on the frontier. Emerald Stair has a settlement, but I will not chance anyone recognize me. Nakuterek is close. Eora will pay. He took my son, and I will burn the last remnant of his. The reliquary is mine! An Eothasian, Alphonse, tried to stand in my way. I could have killed him, but something stayed my hand. Maybe there's a little mercy left in me. Having the reliquary is not as fulfilling as I imagined. I want to toss it into the flames, let another final piece of Vidvan crisp into ash. I've done it countless times before. Nothing can stop me. So why do I hesitate? I need rest. Maybe one dream of my family will help me understand. Then you died, man. The crude arrow appears to be coated in poison. Some Zork tribes use similar toxins to slow down large and more intimidating predators.
That looks like poison.
It's I mean, it's very understandable why he's done what he's done, which is something I really like in these games. You know, it's this god went rampaging through the archipelago, as we know, and killed countless people. It's why our godlike earlier in the game was so angry with him and wanted to trap him in the statue. Which, even if we didn't let him do it, I did understand.
Quiet as the depths.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, don't! That all you had?
Get juked! Running around in circles like this is quite effective. Oh, I should have healed, actually. I didn't realise I was so low. Alright, calm down.
Make way! Another win.
I'll put some healing.
But who's counting?
Oh, so what was I talking about? Oh, I am bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to spend. That's what it is. It's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, ready to spend. I remembered it finally. It's like a weird thing to talk about. I guess I don't know. I've talked in the past about how, especially when you're dealing with depression and things like that, where you struggle to do anything, never mind look after yourself and the basics. I recently started a, as in this morning, technically, fully started it, like a proper skincare and teeth care routine, like beyond anything I've ever really done in my life. Come here. Nice. As in, like, if you look at both together, it's like a 10-step process I would suggest in the morning and evening to do everything I'm doing. I didn't realize you could. So when it comes to teeth care, at least, because like skincare, a lot of people do way more than the average person does, especially men. Because although it has faded with time, there is a bit of a, like, I know my dad gets a bit weird about it. It's like, why are you moisturizing and stuff like that? And it's like, well, so I don't look ancient when I'm ancient, you know. Do it now to benefit in the long term. But I think there's still a bit of a little bit of a social taboo, especially in the older generations, against such things. Ooh, exceptional sword. I'm gonna sell it, obviously, but cool. That'll be a lot of money. Actually, it will be a lot of money. It should be a couple thousand, hopefully. Anyways, it's a bit of a weird taboo, and there really shouldn't be. There's nothing inherently feminine about looking after yourself and like keeping yourself in tip-top shape, but still a bit of the precedent. Let me read this first. After spending numerous days observing the habits and behaviour of the DELEMGAN, I believe I stumbled upon their inner sanctum. This strange glade seems to be some sort of gathering place for them, and from what I've been able to gather, at its heart is a powerful being they treat with great reverence. I must endeavour to speak with this manner of queen and gather as much info as I can in order to further my research. I must tread with caution though. The DELEMGAN here seem quite hostile to outsiders, and I'm sure the queen would not appreciate it if I had to deal with her subjects in some violent... Oh. Okay, is that the queen there? Yeah, okay. Well, I've had to kill quite a few of her DELEMGAN so far. I think what we want to do then is try to sneak our way through the next section, if we can. This feels like a dead end. Alright, we're going to cross over, and we're going to be very careful. I don't want to fight any of them. Like if they weren't hostile, I would have left them alone.
Are those roots tearing the bridge apart, or holding it together?
Okay.
Right behind you.
Okay, in the glade itself, I'm going to be sneaky. It's not really a stealth game, but we'll do what we can. Easy does it. Easy does it. Technically, they all look... Oh no! What? If I just run, it'll be fine. Indisputable logic.
Enough of my kin have fallen this day. This ends now.
What? But I just saved so many of them. Oh no. All right then. Screw it. Let's kill them all. I tried, man. I tried. I really didn't want this to go down like this. I don't really think I've been left with much choice. Queen's Malice. Get absolutely maliced, son. If I'd realised earlier, I would have, I don't know, sprinted through the whole thing or stealthed through the whole thing as much as I could. I don't know. I don't know what the option was. But they tried to kill me first. Oh, yeah, there's the queen herself. Right, I really should have buffed myself up before coming. Oh my god. I wonder if I get health up. Someone just zapped me. Yeah, I do. I think these are worth killing. Like, if you kill the summoner, they just die anyway. But if you kill them, you get health. Not really putting on much of a fight, is she, the Malice? Didn't want to do this, Queenie. I promise you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm trying to resurrect Marius. Thank you. You cheeky little...
Aim where? What am I hitting?
The Queen! You're hitting the Queen! I built up a lot of stun now. Guy! Poppy pop. I didn't get him, did I? I don't feel great about that.
You're a good friend.
I was hoping I could at least reason with her once I killed all her friends. I feel like this is the kind of thing that's going to come back to haunt me down the line. Oh, I'm sorry, Queenie. I mean, I feel like they picked a fight with me, you know? like, there's only so much I can do. But if I'd realised I was in this area, they're just defending their home at the end of the day, which I have invaded. So, I can't really blame them for defending themselves. But I don't feel great about it. And it's the kind of thing that if I was playing on my own, I'd maybe like restart at this point, like load back an earlier save and try it again, but that feels wrong to do in a way. Like I feel like I should be committed to the decisions that I've made. Or the mistakes that I've made in this case, and the mistake I made was murdering all of her followers.
Think the DELEMGAN did all that?
Rip and tear until it's done. Well, nope, maybe I'm done. Got a melon. Ow, 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 ow! What the heck? Come here, you. I'm in trouble here. Get some healing. Thank you. Charge rocks. Honestly, it's hard to overemphasize just how good charge is. Break shields, interrupt spellcasters, gives you breathing room when you need it.
Don't have much time.
Whew. You all okay? We're all okay. It's gonna bug me for the rest of the video that this is how it went down. I really was planning to try and do this peacefully. Grumble, grumble. Always annoys me when things like this happen. When things go down in a bad way and I know it could have been prevented if I just realized or thought about it a little bit more at the time, you know? Oh, right, okay. I should actually heal. I've got the opportunity. Let's do... go. Gonna have to do some cooking as well. It's been a very long time. Very, very. I don't think I've cooked at all since I got to Emerald Stair, actually. Thanks. Anyways, so I started a new, in the morning and evening, skincare thing. The skincare is very, very basic. You know, I'm sure there's some people even watching this video who do more than I do. But it's like a proper face wash thing, not just like, you know, it's like an actual proper face scrub wash thingamajiggy. Not scrub, not scrub. Exfoliating only twice a week, I think is my rule. Or once a week, I can't remember. I think it's once a week. No, it's twice a week. Twice a week exfoliate. But it's a proper face wash. And then it's... I've got an eye thing. Like, basically, it's a moisturizer, but it's for under your eyes specifically because the skin under your eyes is really, really thin. So you need proper specialized stuff usually for that. And then it's moisturizer and a beard oil. So the skin stuff, I mean, is very, very basic. There's a couple of things I want to add to it long term, but let's get the basics down first. It's the teeth. I didn't realize people, because there's this dentist who's very popular who does advice for people who want to improve their mouth care. And I really just thought, if you brush, maybe floss, throw in some mouthwash, that's kind of the limit of what you have to do. My teeth care routine is now more complicated than the mouth care, to say the least. It's kind of wild how much you can get involved. So what I did this morning was a pre-rinse with... What was it called? Pre-rinse with... I can't remember what it's called, to be honest, off the top of my head.
Another down.
Somebody shoot me from... somewhere. Anyways, it was pre-rinse with something that I can't remember the name of. Then brush teeth, typical way, brush gums and teeth with toothpaste, as you would do. Then don't rinse your mouth out with water at any stage. You then use mouthwash, Listerine mouthwash. It's 3 different mouthwashes. So you rinse out with Listerine mouthwash until it burns, basically, because it's an alcohol one. And then you do that until you can't do it any longer, because it does end up burning eventually. And then you do another mouthwash after that, called Floridex or Flora Protector. I can't remember what it's called. FloraGuard. That's the name of it. FloraGuard. And the idea is not only to, clean the teeth and the gums and stimulate healthy growth, blah 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 blah, but it's to set the pH of your mouth to the best level possible for like a healthy teeth environment, basically. Another part of it is that throughout the day, if you have a meal, so I eat 3 times a day, have a piece of xylitol gum, because that again is good for regeneration of your teeth and for setting the right pH and all that kind of jazz. Xylitol gum specifically. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps to it, I think. I don't know, I've got it written down on my phone. Let me check my notes. Where are my notes? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 steps with that. Xylitol gum after meals, rinse with Ultradex. So when you're actually doing it in the morning, rinse with Ultradex. Toothpaste, rinse with Listerine, rinse with FloraGuard for the teeth. And then the skin is cleanse with face wash, eye serum. There should be a vitamin C serum, but mine is very out of date. I bought it years ago, I've tossed it because it's pointless, so I'll get a new one at some point. Then moisturize / beard oil, because beard oil is basically moisturizing. You can't really moisturize your beard in a normal way, if it's any decent length, which... Mine isn't long necessarily, but it's thick, so... it requires a specialized beard oil, which is a fairly normal thing for anyone who looks after their beard anyway. If you have a beard and you're not beard oiling and you're watching this video, you're making a mistake. Trust me. It actually feels so much better. But also, there's also exfoliating twice a week. Do I write that? No, I've got that down once a week at the moment. And even like, I've got like a nice... like a specific moisturizer for nighttime and also a face mask kind of thing. I'm going all in, I'm telling you. I'm going all in on something I've not done in my entire life. And even though I know logically a very normal, healthy, good thing to do. And I've got psychological reasons for it as well. I can't go any. I don't. There's a bridge there, but I don't know if I can get there. Bridge feels like bait. I'm gonna try to get there. I still feel a bit weird about it. It still, to me, feels like, oh, it's a bit feminine and stuff like that. And that is nonsense. It's pure, like, inbuilt weird sexism that people have from childhood and cultural taboos and stuff like that. And it makes no sense at all why it's perfectly acceptable for women to look after themselves completely, but men not to. And I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying that's propagated by people. I mean, it's propagated by some people. Let's not pretend otherwise, but it's so weird that I still feel that. I still feel a little bit weird about it, especially the face mask. That feels strange to me. And it just shouldn't. There's no reason it should, but it does. And it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it, to say the least. But I am committing. Especially the teeth. The teeth one's important. Because I haven't looked, I've talked about this all the way back in Dragon Age. I didn't really look after my teeth that well in my life. And I have suffered for it. And it's part of depression. It's one of those things that I just really struggled to build into like a daily habit, etc, etc. Well, this is promising. But, you know, I'd rather get started on fixing it now or doing what I can. It's not necessarily, you know, I'm not dead yet. I might be nearly dead, but I'm not dead yet. I don't know if you can get to that bridge. Maybe there's just like another thing you can approach. I don't know. I don't feel like you can ever get there. Maybe I'm wrong. Because you can't get round here. This is blocked off as well. Like, this whole area feels inaccessible to me. That bridge down there as well. We'll go find out. Right, let's head back over. Let's go kill the... Oh, I mean, yeah, we'll just commit to killing all the bloody DELEMGAN at this point. May as well. Actually, while I'm here, let me just clear my inventory a little bit, because I'm sure I've got, yeah, a lot of commons to get rid of. Don't need you. Don't need you. Ring of Mine, 3% damage reduction. Is that better than... No, that's rubbish. 30% resistance to poison. That's rubbish as well. That's the kind of thing you do want to keep hold of in case you know, maybe you come up against a boss that's poisoning you constantly and you want to be a little stronger against it, but I think I've been poisoned like twice in the entire game. So, not something I'd really worry about wandering around equipped. But anyways, the reason this is an important thing for me, I know what I'm like with... ADHD and depression is a hell of a combination sometimes. I find it very, very difficult to take care of myself in some ways. Not in like a base... You know, I can look after myself. I mean just in a doing things for myself to... You know, just keeping up with diet and exercise, teeth care, skincare in general, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's sometimes that's a bit of a struggle.
Unseen, unheard.
Which I'm sure it is for a lot of people, don't get me wrong. Just speaking of my own experiences. And it's something I always want to be better at, and I'm trying to be better at. But it takes a bit of time, it takes a bit of effort. And I know for me that I do better at things if I can kind of go all in, almost. If I can go a little bit over the top, things will go better, you know? This is a kind of brutal fight, by the way. I've got several big tanky enemies beating on me. Need to get some kills here. Nearly. There we go. Essence and health. Thank you. This would actually be the time to use parasitic staff, but unfortunately I don't have the energy to use parasitic staff. I'm trying not to, man. Ah! I was trying to get the kill on that thing to get some health back. This is a brutal little fight. Those earth minions take too long to kill to be worth. Go. Get out of it. We're getting there. Bloody Nora. Absolute brutality. Alright, let's collect their heads, even though they've all been reduced to ash. But anyways, I find it a little bit easier if I can go all in on something. You know, if I really can hard commit and go a little bit anal about it, you know, I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But I tend to stick to things better like that. It's like with working out, you know, with training. I struggle to train 2 or 3 days a week. I like to train 6 days a week. That feels better to me. And I know I stick to it less if I only train 2 or 3 days. It sounds weird that you would find it easier to stick to it 6 days a week, but when I'm so... I've a very high propensity to, like, shifting what I'm interested in. Like, it happens all the time, like, hobbies and stuff like that, you know, they'll just appear and drop. I'll be obsessed and then they'll be gone within days. You know, it happens constantly with, like, 3D modeling and all this kind of jazz. How am I meant to get those? I could keep seeing it above me. There's a way to get onto the tree somehow. Can I get in here? Sure. It wants to get me onto the tree, though. I mean, it's not important. They're only rhyme guards, but it's just curious. Right, let's head up there. Look for revenants near Lake Lacuna. Anyways, so yeah, I just find it easier to sort of go all in. And having a nice routine, a strict routine as well that I've got listed out day by day. I mean, every day is the same except Fridays. Just kind of helps me stick to things in a way. I've got to say, I feel better when I do it. My mouth feels great right now, and my face feels great right now. It's daft, but it's true. It's a thing. The self-care is like an important thing that I think too many of us neglect. And I think especially in this community, if you're watching this video, you may well be as guilty of it as any of us. Oh, he's rusing me. I mean, I didn't really get rused, I just kind of saw a guy, but whatever. You know, I think in the gamer... Oh my god, what the hell? Get off! In the gamer community, looking after yourself is not that common a thing, really. It's important too, so you numpties watching this, you don't need to go whole hog, as it were, but take care of yourself, it's important. And even if it doesn't feel important now, it will be with time. You know, this is the kind of thing that the more effort you put in when you're younger, the more benefit you get long term. Trust me on that much, at least. I'm not that old, but even now, there's definitely things I wish I'd done more of when I was younger than I am now, and that I would be benefiting from now if I'd done them a long time ago. So it's important. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Right. Let's have a look around the lake for these missing revenants. Hello, friend. Oh, you're a revenant. Okay. Strange. It's like a lightning-bearing material or something?
The water is beautiful, wouldn't you agree? The surface is calm, but the depths are full of life.
You're the one luring revenants from the farm, aren't you?
Barrett's orphans, you mean? No. There is a power here that far surpasses me.
Okay.
In the time of the ancients, a piece of the sky fell here.
Ooh, star metal?
Then came the water. It pulses with essence, though it does not live. You are a godlike. I'm surprised it did not speak to you.
That's passive-aggressive. Tell me, a meteorite fell and made this lake.
Call it whatever pleases you. Andra knows it by another name. Forgive me. We have no reason to know each other. I mediate between mortals and the Lady of Lament. Some call me a gift bearer.
Oh, good. I could use a new pair of boots.
We had one come to Paradise once. thought he was a grifter. Especially since he only seemed to want tokens made of gold or gems.
What are you doing in the Living Lands?
The same as anywhere. Gift bearers heal soul wounds. And the wound here is quite potent. The shard of sky is a fragment of Ioni Bratha. When the moon shattered, it fell here. Its memory is long and full of pain.
Same. There's something drawing revenants to this lake. Could the moon rock be it?
Perhaps. Whatever they are looking for, they should not be here. A remnant of Ondra's loss should have nothing to offer them. Yet, still they gather.
How can I help?
If you retrieve the stone, find me at the harbor to the south. I have plans for it. And you.
It's ominous.
Take care when you breach the surface, though. The vessels might react.
That bodes well.
Make sure you hold your breath, godlike. Your work in this life is not finished.
Yeah, thanks for the advice. I was actually going to go drown myself. That was the plan. It's deeper than I expected. A pitted rock purported to be a piece of Ioni Bratha, Eora's shattered third moon, strangely warm for something underwater for years. Swim, 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 swim. Are they gonna pick fights for me now? They sure are.
Let's go.
Can I just stay in the water? Stay dead, man. You're not even meant to be alive. Whoop. Pew, 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 pew. Whoop. Ow, stop it. Stop it. Right, there's a healer over there.
Hurry on, boy. Those revenants are definitely coming this way.
The ones we just killed, or... Oh, they are. There's more. I can see them on the map. Let's get out of here. Oh, never mind. Right, where am I going? Where am I going? Well, I guess we're going that way, right? I'm trying to do every single quest I possibly can, and I've done all of them so far. Yeah, the map has really been cleared of quests at the very least. So we're going this way. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Anywho, I think that's all I had to talk about. It's been an interesting week. It's actually been a really good weekend. This weekend I uploaded 2 videos, which I tried to take weekends off, but I didn't upload on Friday, so I had a video I was working on, a more complicated video, so I uploaded that on Saturday. So then the plan was, well, I've got a video planned for Monday. I'll take Sunday off and have a bit of a weekend. And then obviously Jurassic World Rebirth news dropped, so I had to do a video on that. And I kind of ummed and ahed about it, but the video did really, really well. And I mean, it makes sense. It's my job, and it determines how much money I'm going to get at the end of the month. But it is wild, the difference in how I feel when the channel is performing okay. It makes a humongous difference to how I feel in general. Which obviously makes sense. And just having this weekend a few videos that did really well has put me in a much better mood. Especially, it must be said, we talked about this much earlier in the series, but the swapping over to having mid-roll ads, which no one's really complained about. I've had one comment, and that was because there was like a really badly placed mid-roll ad, because YouTube does it automatically sometimes. Now, I've turned off YouTube's auto placement, and I'm doing it myself. So ever since that, I haven't had a single negative comment about it, which really surprises me. I kind of expected a little bit of backlash, it must be said. So I'm really glad to not have seen that so far. Also, what level is this? No, it's not that. Okay, bounties. No, it's Dawnshore. Okay, well, okay. This is one we're going to do, but I'm higher level than all of them now. There's 2 quests here. Why is there 2? Investigate the abandoned homestead. Ah, right, okay. Those quests are turning. I'm gonna go turn in all the bounties at once. It's gonna be beautiful. But yeah, it's always really puts you in a good mood. And now I've got tomorrow's video planned, and I can start to ruminate on the future. And I've got to say, mid-roll lads, saving my life. It's taken my earnings from diabolically bad up to all right, you know, but it's survivable. That's the key. And now the goal is to get from survivable to good, but you know, baby steps. At least I can live. It's a really nice step in the right direction. And of course, no mid-roll ads ever on this channel. Unless this channel starts to get about... It would have to get about 20 times the views it currently does. If that ever happens, I'll throw in like 2 or 3 mid-roll ads per hour-long video. Max. But it's never going to happen, so I wouldn't worry about it, folks. Either way, thank you very much for joining me. I will see you lovely folks very, very soon. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye.